What's up, guys? My name is Josh, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. This is a game that I've been really wanting to play for you guys for, well, ever since I started. I figured this would be a good way to start the channel because the Stanley Parable is a fantastic game. I've only played a little bit of it, but I've seen quite a bit. And let's get right into it. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end is loading. Here we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright. Here we go. So as you can tell, this is definitely using elements from Half-Life 2.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And basically this is a game that involves where you can definitely decide to change the way the game plays by making certain decisions, except it's in a very silly manner.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're going to start by following the narrator's rules, and we will disobey in later episodes. Yes, there will be more than one video.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Who moved my desk? Let it pull up inside you. It's basically a douchebag business. Ooh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay. I'll see what's going on with that closet later.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs we go! Wow, that's bright. Completely white screen. There we go. Nope. Okay. Wait, can I go in there? I want to go in there. Executive bathroom? No? Alright. Nope. Alright.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Oh.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 284. 5.
This office
But
is
of course,
bomb,
Stanley
dude.
couldn't possibly have known this.
This is rad. 5. Yeah, there we go.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Yep,
Stanley
totally.
happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Hey.
Amazing. He
Hey.
stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Hey, can you see me? I can't jump. Or see my feet. Let's go. Loading, 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 loading. Actually loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ooh, it's dark. You're not
Stanley
afraid
walked
of the
straight
dark.
ahead
Oh.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
That's a gaping corridor. Mind control facility, alright. Seems legit.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Let's do it! Is there even a ground? Or is it just a bottomless pit?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
There's mine.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
We're supposed to get up there.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
I don't
Was this
know,
the only
British
reason he was
narrator.
happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
The narrator reminds me a lot of the,
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
It reminds me a lot of the
There was a
narrator for
group,
Thomas the Tank
heart
Engine.
of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Duh, duh, duh! Alright. I'm just trying to get through this before the recording stops. Oh, off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Oh. Whoa. Whoa.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Let it go. Sorry.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.